Hey guys, what's going on? It's Carl here, back with another episode and kind of building on a popular one on the channel it seems every year. Last year we took a look at the best active noise canceling ANC cans of 2017. We are continuing that series today with the upgraded version, the best pair that you can grab for 2018. So it seems that I am very team Sony lately. Last year I thought the best ones were, I guess there were two options. You could go for the Bose QC35s or the Sony WH1000Xs, and I found that the performance was pretty similar, very, very close. You couldn't go wrong with either, and now both of these are probably discounted. The 1000X Mark IIs are the main point for today's video, as I do think they are the best. I'll kind of give my comparison against the Mark II Boses, but these are the successor, and they do look very, very similar to the Mark Is. So in terms of design, not too much has changed. When you probably glance at these, you won't be able to tell the difference, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing. You can go all black everything, or they have a gold variant if you want to keep things funky. In terms of actual design, they still have the same soft touch leather up top on the headband, and on the sides they still have that same faux leather feel, which is very premium, different than the aluminum ones of the Boses, but I find they're not as soft as the Mark Is. I don't think that's really a deal breaker, but maybe it's just something to consider. The ear cups are still super comfy. I've used these flights to Vegas, 4 hours. I brought these to Europe, 8 hours, and they felt comfy the entire time that I've used them. I've got no ear fatigue, and it doesn't feel like I'm getting extra pressure around my head, which is good, because I think the main thing these are used for is for those long haul flights, for when you're commuting, when you kind of want to drown everyone else out and just zone into your music, audiobooks, or use them to sleep. The Mark IIs have gone down in the button count. Instead of having 3 from last year, they just have the noise canceling and ambient sound button combined, as well as the on and off button. And unless you've used these before, I find that the button placement is still slightly weird, and just kind of beware when you take them on and off for the first couple times, you might accidentally knock a button. Another great thing that they've continued is the durability of the headband, and these things have already taken a beating even though I've only had them for a couple months. I've sat on them, I've stretched them out, they have survived without any cracking, and they still feel as good as I got them on day one. So that's a good indication that these should last you a very long time. Another solid feature that the Sonys have that are actually class leading is battery time, and they claim 30 hours, which I think is one of the best that you can get for ANC headphones, and up to 40 hours if you use these with the wire that they include, but I think I've got around 28-ish, almost 28 hours and 15 minutes. Even if you're on the longest flight in the world or traveling for more than 30 hours, just give these guys a quick charge and they're once again ready to go and ready to keep you isolated and drowned out from all those nasty babies that cry. Remember I said last year it was a toss-up between the Mark Is and the Bose QC35 Mark Is? For the Mark IIs, I find that there's a bigger difference in favor of the Sonys. I find that these drown out sound better, and that's kind of just wearing them back to back when I was, say, on the subway, when I was at a coffee shop or a grocery store, restaurant, when it tends to be busy, people are hustling, bustling around. I found that the Sonys did drown out sound better, and I couldn't hear as much as the ambient sound. So I guess +1 to Sony on that end for this year. There's also a corresponding app which you can download, but I think 95% of you out there will probably just pair this with your phone, get up and go, but you can control some of the ANC functions with that app. I honestly just downloaded it for the sake of this review, but other than the first time that I used it, it's kind of just taken up space over on my phone. And the last thing which I'll talk about, maybe the most important, is the sound quality. I would say that they continue along with the great sound that they had last year. I wouldn't classify the bass as being super heavy. I would maybe say that they're boosted or elevated somewhat. Great for people that listen to electronic music like myself, rap, hip hop, R&B. I think this is where these things shine. The midtones, they aren't drowned out. They're nice and crisp, they're clear. And I would say across the entire range, these are definitely worthy of the price point. They sound good. And as I said, they drown out kind of everything around you. I sound weird now because the active noise canceling is on. So yeah, if you are looking for the best active noise canceling headphones, the best cans to protect your ears from the ambient sound around you, that's loud, I would probably look no further than the WH1000X's Mark IIs. I know that is a mouthful. If you're interested, I will leave a link, of course, down below for you guys to check out and hopefully grab a pair of your own. Let me know your thoughts, and I will catch the rest of you in one of my next episodes or vlogs. Peace.